Last night, in the first of the four-game set, the Yankees prevailed 4-2. They've won 8 of 12 head-to-head from the Red Sox and lead them by 11.5 in the American League East, as Yes presents New York Yankee baseball. They were silenced pretty much last night, only 3 hits, one of them a 2-run homer by J.D. Martinez in the first off James Paxton.
Facing that lineup that Bob just told us about, this is Domingo Germán. Going to toe the slab here in the boogie down for the 18th time this year.
Sitting with these top 3 or 4 hitters.
A little looping liner that's taken it short by Gleyber Torres. That 324 is second in the league to DJ LeMahieu, and he'll move a bit closer, sending one into center field for a 1-out single. Yeah, won 3 of them with the Rockies. Devers takes off. Here's a bouncing ball to third, taken on the short hop by Urshela, who throws him out as Devers advances to second with 2 down. And another 3-2 pitch. Got him. Wow. Martinez was on his way to first. Mike Estabrook said, "Come on back." Alex Cora walking out only to get between Martinez and Estabrook. Toward the bottom, Breyvic Valera, who had done extremely well at AAA. He's up, probably just for the weekend.
And the big lefty, Paulie, like, probably not a guy you would have liked to face, I think, in that box. I'm just a guess, but you could see on the season will be his 23rd start, and the record.
He'd been in the top 5 in the Cy Young voting. Here's a drive to right center field off LeMahieu's bat, back by the 385 side and in the bullpen for a 1-0 Yankee lead.
Well, Bob, I'm glad that you got to call it, because we go over it day after day after day how much fun it is to watch DJ LeMahieu swing the bat, hit the ball where it's pitched, hopefully get this game back to the art of hitting. He has been something for the New York Yankees. Ouch.
Well, Aaron will take it. Down to first he goes. And finally, he goes down on strikes.
I mean, I used to see guys change hats every day and things like that. It just, you got used to your own equipment.
High fly ball in right field. It's Betts. Line drive caught at second base by Brock Holt. Yeah, I'm not doing impressions. This is my voice. Benintendi whacks one to deep right center field, and this is a tie game.
And that was one of the longest home runs I've seen from a lefty all year. Benintendi has had so much success here in Yankee Stadium because he has the ability to be quick and pull the baseball, and this ball was just hammered.
Hasn't been able to contribute much. And Moreland strikes out. Second K put in the book by Germán. That's forgiven.
You're allowed to do that, huh?
Bouncing ball into the shift, and that puts an end to the Red Sox second. But they tie it on a long home run by Andrew Benintendi.
Is impressive. Gardner remembers back to when he was just 22 years old as Cameron Maybin goes down on strikes here.
Traded him and then signed him back.
Called third strike to Higashioka. 2 in this inning, 3 in the game for Sale. Popped in foul ground wide of third. Sprinting over is Urshela, and against the netting, he's got it.
Wow, they gave him the play. You're going to have to see in a replay. This was kind of juggling out of his glove if it hit the net or not, but that's a long way to go. It's always been told that it was one of Mariano's dreams to play outfield.
Another chance for Gardner. And that's that in the top of the third. 3 of the 4 hits drove in runs. Clutch. Not so much for Gardner.
2 Blue Jay team that got the winning hit.
LeMahieu will not stop hitting. Homer in the first. Soft single to left here in the third. Sale to Judge. Double play ball. Bogarts, Holt, Moreland, and the Yanks are done in the third. After George Steinbrenner flew the entire team, as Martinez sends one whistling into left center field for a one-out hit, takes a wide turn, but Gardner gets it back in. So Martinez is aboard for Benintendi, who unloaded a long home run his last time, slicing it down the left field line in the bottom of the ninth to bring home two, turn a one-run deficit into a one-run win. Into center field, base hit for Benintendi, and the Red Sox may have something going here in the fourth. Singles by Martinez and Benintendi with one out.
Mr. Steinbrenner, and finally he took the position.
Herman comes back to strike Holdout. The 1-2. Got him. 2 in the inning. 4 for the game for Herman. The Red Sox strand 2. Little squibber to the right side. Holt has it get by him. Even with as much ground as he had to cover, and from the edge of the outfield grass, if he played it cleanly, he still could have gotten Edwin.
Yes, I mean, he is in with the intentions when he throws the baseball with.
Line drive, base hit for Urshela. He wins the battle with Sale, and Encarnacion chugs into second. So now Maben, who struck out in the second. On the first pitch, a mile-high pop. Infield fly rule. It's a formality, and Holt tucks it away.
Sure, if there is a base hit, that you have the ability to score.
And there is perhaps that base hit. Devers knocked it down, prevented it from going down the line, and now the bases are loaded. So for the moment at least, he saved a run.
I'll tell you one thing, this is a big break for Chris Sale. This ball gets down the line. It is, Bobby, it is 1 or 2.
Probably 3 different sequences of signs that they can change at any minute.
That may find the hole. It does by the lunging Holt. 1 run scores, and that's all. The bases remain loaded, and the Yankees take the lead as Encarnacion crosses.
Wow, huge at bat from Valera, getting ahead in the count and shooting one to right.
See Cora waiting for the home plate umpire. That's what this is about. He's backing up his pitcher, who he knows is frustrated with the strike zone.
Yeah, he's been thrown out, and that's all because of the argument between balls and strike. That's a great pickup, Coney.
Well, Estabrook is letting Cora have his say, just nodding as if he was asking him, where do you want to go for lunch? Yeah, that's exactly. Good by me. Yeah, we'll go there.
Yeah, you're already out of the game. You can go ahead and say what you want.
Back up through the middle, and the Yankees put some distance between themselves and the Red Sox. Here's the peg to the plate from Bradley. Throw gets away. 2-run score.
You talk about a gritty at bat by Brett Gardner, and Chris Sale did go for the breaking ball.
3 runs home, and the 2-1 pitch. In the air to right, Betts goes back, looking up, it's out of here. You never know. With the way the ball carries this year in baseball, and with the short distance to right field at Yankee Stadium, you don't know. Here's what we know for sure. It's 7-1 Yanks. LeMahieu is 3 for 3, and 2 of the hits are homers.
Sorry, well, Bobby, one thing you do know is you're going to get a quality at bat from DJ LeMahieu with runners in scoring position. And again, 2 balls to right, line drive to left.
And his 3-2 pitch to Judge. Here's a shot down the left field line, and that will bounce into the stands. So it's a 2-out double. And as he left, he let him know about it. And in the category of moot points, Estabrook then ejected Sale.
You said it as good as if you look at Brewer's numbers. It's
from Cora. After Sale has taken a beating, and it doesn't stop here with Brewer in there. Encarnacion lines it to left. Here comes Judge to the plate. It's 8-1 Yanks. Second hit of the inning for Encarnacion.
Wow, as the Yankees at bats just keep getting better offensively. The last few days, you're starting to see things turn around.
Glaber lofts one to right. Betts is there, puts a merciful end to it from the Red Sox perspective. It's a 7-run inning that includes LeMahieu's 3rd hit and 2nd home run of the day. seemingly with a comfortable lead, but part of it is this. It might be possible as Jackie Bradley Jr. gets into one, sends it down the right field line and over the wall. So no sooner do I say that it's comfortable, I remind myself that in this ballpark, and we're only in the 5th, maybe we shouldn't assume anything. Number 12 on the year for Bradley, but to finish the point, maybe Aaron Boone can get through this game using only a couple of pitchers. I got you covered on 50s and 60s.
Oh, you kill me.
Called strike 3, and now Mookie is hopping mad.
Pitch, I got ready, but you know what? It's something that you're told you have to do. You'll figure out how to do it, make it work, and it'll be part of your everyday thing.
Trailing 8-2, the Red Sox go to their bullpen again, and here's Josh Smith. Well hit right center field. Jackie Bradley Jr. won't get to it. One hops the wall. On his way to second is Urshela. And it's a leadoff double. And the Yankees just won't quit. Hit to short. Here's Bogarts. He throws Higashioka out.
It is important, obviously, to be there for the birth of your children, but
Bradley gliding back, such a graceful outfielder, shading his eyes against the sun, and makes the catch. Valera is retired. Well,
okay.
The 6th inning, by the way, is presented by Wells Fargo.
Billy Crystal was in there eating next to us, so we were talking, and
Benintendi strikes out. Hold that thought.
I'm going to come back to that when we get back.
Yes, you should. 7 in the game for Herman, who's cruising up 8-2. 2-0 pitch to Brett Gardner from Josh Smith. His second hit of the day. Natural with Robert Redford, and of course Billy with 61. Gardner takes off. Here's the throw from Leon. Not nearly in time. LeMahieu may finally be retired. Jackie Bradley Jr. not quite to the track. Gardner tags, scoots for third. And he's there with 1 out.
Just simmer there for a while. Don't turn it on yet.
And Judge hasn't. He strikes out for the 2nd out. And here's a rocket to deep left. Back goes Benintendi, and it's off the top of the wall. And Encarnacion will have one of the longer singles you will ever witness.
You probably, as a hitter, watch this off the bat and think, and you just have such a tendency to watch the ball instead of run. I feel like you followed through with that swing. It just went off, had the sound like it was off the end of the bat just a bit.
Torres rolls to Holt, and that's that in the 6th. One more for the Yanks. As the Red Sox come up in the 7th.
First, my mother's 93rd birthday. Is that enough? And so we laughed and joked about it, but
here's LeMahieu going to the bag himself to retire Holt.
This game is kind of, as many runs have been scored, not bad at pace. So
Jackie Bradley Jr. rolls it toward the middle against the shift. LeMahieu comes off the bag, applies the tag, and Jackie is retired.
In a great position.
Urshela strikes out to start the Yankee 7th. Patty comes out for a couple of numbers, talks his way through it, autobiographical, completely arresting. Bradley in center field. Smith works a 1-2-3-7. And now they hope not to dip into their first tier relievers to have to finish this. And Leon strikes out. Good beginning for Holder.
The wraparound's much more convenient, much more comfortable.
An uncomfortable at bat for Chavis, and a 1-2-3 inning for Holder.
Team's getting, not a fair shake, and Chris Sale obviously gave up a lot of runs, but there were some questionable pitches that, with his point of view, felt like he deserved.
2-out single for Gardner, his 3rd hit of the game.
Not yet.
we got a little work to do. I'll butter him up before.
LeMahieu on the first pitch flies out to right. He's now 3 for 5 opening day, combined to play 36 games, and Judge missed 57. Encarnacion is hit. he's in pain. It isn't a case of anger. 9-2 game. Breaking ball that hit him.
I think it's actually a breaking ball.
Toward the hole. Backhanded by Hernandez. And he got him.
Wow. What a great play.
So Marco Hernandez in the game just to give Xander Bogaerts some rest. Turns in a good play. Yanks leave the bases loaded.
I remember that being a big game. We were down at the time.
Travis sends a fly ball out to center. Gardner has a beat on it. 1 out of the 9th.
Day, and you can't help but hope that he gets the help he needs at this point.
Down goes Martinez. Rare to see him fan 3 times in a game. Benintendi pokes it toward the middle. A barehand pickup on the run by Torres, and that's the way it ends. And then he flicked the cigar ash and said, "I'm sure you'll have a fine career." And he traipsed back into the booth.
Nice.
That was my introduction to the great Howard Cosell.
Just keep some of those stories. We got 3 hours to waste for the next game.
I thought I could squeeze that one in.
Well, the Yankees squeezed in another victory, another ho-hummer, and I'll tell you one thing, they have an opportunity to absolutely bury the Red Sox in this second game tonight.